today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Allen off the play fake. Shakir hauls it in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he caught it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 25. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On play action, Allen has his man. It's Shakir. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game,
That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Here is third down and 4. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. Allen maybe with a free play. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Cook, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And taken down just shy of the 40. Look at this Buffalo defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Stephanie! 19 Tiger! Warrior 70! Ready.
Now Achane on first and 10. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Dolphins at 3-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
This is Fant on the short completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Bills' 5-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Second and 7. Throwing now is Allen. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. To the air, Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Allen going to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cook up the gun. Running free at the 45. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 34. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Second down and a yard.
At the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Cook makes the catch on the out route. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Round 80!
To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports. Looking to put a drive together.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Gets this complete to Shaheed. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get about
3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Give the Cook out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A quick throw, but incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Let's go. 19, 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hard throw, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Bills, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Buffalo.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 22-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And a Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Under pressure, they got him again. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ill-advised throw down. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is